in that brief glimpse of Clifford and Murda, DJ Never Scared is being dropped off at the club, and Murda comes up, and Clifford walks over and says, "Are you coming in the club? You coming in tonight?" And he said, "Nah, shot, I ain't coming in." And I said, I love it here. I love it. Okay. Anyway, sorry, y'all. I love love, baby. I love love. Okay. So anyway, so Murder says I ain't gonna come in, and they can start seeing that dudes, right, are watching, guys are watching, and obviously homophobia is a thing. Clifford tells him, go ahead on, go on out the door, go on. I'll catch you later. He walk off. Y'all know the waiting to exhale walk when Loretta Devine went over to her neighbor, played by Gregory Hines, went over to the neighbor and gave him a plate. Okay. And then she walked off and she had to do the cute walk. She was like, "Is he looking? He's looking." So she had to do the cute walk. That's exactly what Clifford called herself doing. Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Belle and this is the Belle Perspective, and I'm coming at you with another review for the Re-Re-Rewatch of P Valley. This is season 1, episode 3, Higher Ground, y'all. Still trying to figure out why Higher Ground was titled Higher Ground. I don't know. Okay. If you have the answer or if you want to guess, please get down in the comments and let me know what you think. Okay. So shout out to anybody who is watching me for the very first time. Welcome. I cover books, TV, movies, all sorts of things, reality shows, anything you can formulate an opinion on. That's what I'm talking about on this channel. And we're building a little community over here. So if you're looking for a community, go ahead and hit subscribe and welcome. All right. Seats and get comfortable and cozy. You'll like it over here. Okay. What else is going on, y'all? Just before we get into the review. So, because the writer strike is up and the actor strike is up, I am hearing, okay, speculations out there from several articles, reputable sources are saying that P Valley potentially come back on air mid mid to late 2024, which would mean that we are going to be just in time, okay? We should be wrapping up season 1. I would say probably beginning end of January, going into season 2, talking about all of those things. We might have to touch a couple things, but I do believe we will be in preparation and be fully prepared for the show when it returns. So I am welcoming you, all right, to join the rewatch with me so that you do not fall off or forget about anything that happened on this wonderful, spectacular, amazing, awesome show. Okay, let's get into the review. All right, so y'all know I'm trying out a brand new formula or a brand new format, and so let's start out first scene. Let's talk about the first scene. Let's dissect that, and then we'll go character by character. Okay, so we open up the scene with a seductive sound. I mean, it's just soulful and sultry and romantic and intimate. It's just one woman. We find out that it's Mercedes and a man sitting in a seat. Nobody else is in the club. It's dark, it's dim, it's very sultry. Baby, it's giving, okay? It's giving one night only, baby. It's giving, okay? And she is dancing beautifully. Just y'all just giving it to us, right? Us and him, quiet as it's kept. Okay, she walks over to him and we find out that he is a football coach, and this football coach is trying to convince Mercedes that she needs to be taken care of and that he wants to get her out of Chucalissa because Chucalissa doesn't deserve her, and that he can get her in the skybox with Giuseppe's, right? Just beautiful shoes and living in a penthouse. And she said, "Well, what you gonna do about your wife?" Okay, right. So how are you supposed to be taking care of this woman when you marry, sir? Hmm. That's an interesting. That's interesting. Okay, and so she tells Coach, "Listen, Coach." This here is a cheap fantasy, okay? In real life, I cost way more than that. I said, I know that's motherfucking right, okay? I know that's right. All right. As soon as she delivers that line, holds her hand out. Huh, all right. Pay me. Oh, me, boo. Pay me. All right. This fantasy is cheap, but in real life, baby, you can't afford. Pay me what you owe me, right? Oh, run me my stacks. Coach looks like dejected, pulls out a stack, puts it in her hand, and as soon as she gets that money, she walks off, and all of the people that were in the room that we didn't notice and that we didn't see because we were completely focused on Mercedes and her art. Baby, the music changes. It's hip hop. It's all of this. The typical sound that you would hear in a strip club. It's all the girls dancing all over the place, and he is there left alone by himself. And the opening credits start. Listen, what a powerful way to start an episode, y'all. My takeaway from that, what I got from it is that P Valley is not only an ecosystem as we talked about in the episode before, I feel like it's also some sort of a museum. Do you know what I mean? It's like that look but don't touch. You see all this beautiful artwork, and sure, you want to take it home. Yeah, you want to take it with you, but baby, can you afford to take that Basquiat with you? Okay. Can you afford to take that Rembrandt with you? No, ma'am. No, sir. You are not able to. You cannot afford it, not in real life. So go ahead and enjoy, pay your admission fee here. Okay. Pay your little cheap fee while you can. Walk in the door, pay a little cheap fee, and then go right along. Okay. Go right on along, sir. Go right on along because you can't afford us. Not in real life. All right. Anyway, that's my takeaway. Y'all get down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about the first scene because it's always something dynamic, something gripping that gets us to get to talking. All right. So let's get into character by character. So let's start off with the two people that I really don't care, that I really don't be caring about. Okay. Let's get them out the way. So Autumn Night. So Autumn Night and Andre are connected. Obviously, they're trying to push this love on them, this romance that we not asking for. We don't care. We know the situation with Autumn, aka Haley. She needs to get her ID from Uncle Clifford because she is trying to do some wire fraud under the name of Lakeisha Savage. And Uncle Clifford has her ID, and he was like, I need you to siphon as much information from Andre, whichever lips you decide to use to get this information so that I can know what the hell is going on about this casino. Okay. And so, we open up and we see Girly is getting loose and getting lost. Okay, she's getting a new look. She's getting loose and she's getting lost. All the L's. All right, she buys herself this blonde wig. She's drinking a whole lot more than usual. She's dancing with all these different men. We don't know if she coming or going. We don't know if she coming or going, like my grandma used to say. She again is getting a lot more cozier with Andre because she need to get this ID. Okay, she needs to get this ID so she can get this money. Okay, for this wire fraud scamming act that she's decided that she's going to do. We have no idea what's happening at this point. So she has been tasked to use her womanly powers to get as much information from Andre about this casino as possible. Okay. And so she's been spending time with him. She's at the local Waffle House. The girls, Mercedes, Mississippi, Gidget, see her out in the street and carry on. And they have things that they want to say and they kind of poke fun a little bit. They're going on dates and things like that. And then we also see them at the hotel where they get real close, baby. When I tell you they get real close to getting that thing together, all right, doing adult things and making it physically official, okay? So they get real close, but she sends him out to go get some condoms, all right? And as she's doing that, that's her moment to run in, get as much information off the laptop as possible. She gets information about the casino and she also finds a picture of herself in his laptop, which is really creepy because you're like, boy, I thought you wasn't stalking me. But high key you are because you have pictures of me in your laptop. That's disgusting. We also find out that Andre is married as well, which makes it even more sinister and trifling at the same time. It's like, boy, you are married. All right. This not no girlfriend that you with, sir. You have a whole ring on your finger. Somebody think you their husband. Anyway, We also find out with Andre that the mayor of Chucalissa is his goddaddy Tydale Ruffin. Okay, which makes a whole lot of sense because both of them are scammers. All three of them are scammers. It makes a whole lot of sense as to why they're all tied up together. All right. Goddaddy has set up a deal to get some kickback from this Kyle deal with that would could go through if the Kyle brothers are able to agree on selling the land to Promised Land resorts. And obviously, Tydell Ruffin is going to get a little bit of a kickback, and he's going to be able to get that over to the Kyle brothers, etc., etc. Now, my favorite scene, because there wasn't a whole lot else going on with Andre outside of him running around with Autumn Night Haley looking like a doe in headlights, okay, a deer in headlights, old thirsty nigga, like Uncle Clifford called him. But my favorite scene with Andre in this episode was when Uncle Clifford set it up for him to come to the club so that he could try to get some more information from Andre, right? So he's walking in and it sounded like real old school. The music that was playing, it was sounding like some real old school 3-6 Mafia, y'all. That's what it was sounding like. It was sounding like old 3-6 or something like that. So he walks in and I didn't even get this music that they were playing, but he walks in and the music, y'all remember the Belly scene? Y'all remember Belly? I'm gonna have to find a clip. Y'all remember Belly, right? When Nas and DMX are walking into the club and it's like lights going flickering real fast. That's how it was. It was so cool, so dope. He's walking in through the club. He's walking past Mississippi and the anesthesiologist who pays to watch her sleep, which is, I mean, I would do that. If how many stacks are you planning on dropping? I could do that. If I don't got to do nothing else, I could just sleep. I could do that. Okay. He walks past all of that. Diamond is leading him into the room, and we see Big L. Big L asks him, "What's the password?" He says, "Apples." He thinks it's Autumn Night when he walks into the Paradise room. It's Clifford with the blonde wig on, that the same blonde wig on that Haley or Autumn Night has been wearing. And this is where Uncle Clifford is trying to do a little bit of a shakedown to find out some more information because he's been able to get obtain the map, right, from when Autumn Night was able to go into Andre's laptop, and we find out that in that map, on that map, the Pank ain't nowhere to be found. Now, I think that that's information that we kind of already understood, but this is new information to Uncle Clifford. Okay, so let's get into Uncle Clifford really quickly. So I love, y'all already know we always have to talk about what Uncle Clifford is wearing, the most iconic outfit that he wears each episode. And this outfit, I wrote it down, was a radical nod to the antebellum fashion. While standing in a cotton field, right? The irony of that, he was wearing a brocade with bell sleeve, a brocade top with bell sleeves, and a red lace parasol and real bustle, y'all. It was cute. He had the parasol and the bustle, baby. It was cute, right? I felt like it was a radical nod to antebellum fashion in the middle of a cotton field. Okay, so he is down there going to visit Corbin. Corbin again is a Kyle brother. He's the the half brother of the Kyle brothers, and he is the one that is holding out this deal because he doesn't think that they should sell the land. He thinks that they should lease the land, right? It's money that's going to make money on top of money. Okay, that's how Corbin is thinking, but the Kyle brothers have other thoughts. So Clifford is asking Corbin to get off that cotton gin and come down here, boy, and talk to me about what's going on with this whole situation with the casino. And Corbin was like, "How did you find out about this?" He said, "Listen, okay, I've got my information. I get my information however it comes by me, okay? But I know how to keep a secret. I keep secrets, you know I do." Now the energy between the two of them, I didn't know if Clifford was flirting with Corbin. Y'all tell me if y'all picked that up or not. Because I didn't know if Clifford was flirting with Corbin or if Corbin was picking up and was also interested in Corbin. I didn't know how that was going. I was definitely interested to see what that was about, but maybe that's just kind of how Clifford interacts with Corbin, just because, right? I don't know. So Corbin does not tell her in this scene that the pink is not involved whatsoever in this casino. Clifford, though, is getting really excited. Oh my God, the pink is going to be across the street from a casino. The pink is gonna be across the street from a motherfucking casino. No, Clifford, the pink is not about to be across the street from no casino. But nobody is telling Clifford this information until he finds out from Autumn Night, right? But in this scene, Corbin is like, yeah, letting him think whatever the hell he want to think. All right, y'all. I listen. However, Clifford is able to get that information. Let him get that information. Okay. Now we do see like a brief glimpse, just a brief glimpse of Murder and Clifford. Okay, Murder rolls up to go and drop off DJ Never Scared. Now we found out a little bit more about DJ Never Scared. That boy is in high school, and apparently he not living. He not living in the boy is he got generational wealth. Okay, his people got money. All right, he goes to a private school, and apparently his parents know that he's a DJ down to the paint, which okay, I'm not mad at that. Right? Maybe his mother used to be a dancer down there and she, knows Clifford and trusts him. Maybe that's what it is. Who knows? So we see Murder going to pick up DJ Never Scared. DJ Never Scared is giving him, which is named Traquan, I think is his name. He's telling Murder in his own language that he needs to put some more bass in his music and really make it sound good so the girls can bop to it, okay? Now he has this song playing in the background called Over Love, right? And it sounds like it could potentially be something, but it's not there yet. DJ Never Scared said, listen, I can help you out. Don't worry, I got you. Let's do this thing, right? So, in that brief glimpse of Clifford and Murder, DJ Never Scared is being dropped off at the club, and Murder comes up. And Clifford walks over and says, are you coming in the club? You coming in tonight? And he said, nah, shot, I ain't coming in. I said, love it here. I love it. Okay. Anyway, sorry, y'all. I love love, baby. I love love. Okay. So anyway, so Murder says I ain't gonna come in, and they can start seeing that dudes, right, are watching. Guys are watching, and obviously homophobia is a thing. Clifford tells him, go ahead on, go on out the door, go on. I'll catch you later. He walk off. Y'all know the waited to exhale walk when Loretta Devine went over to her neighbor, played by Gregory Hines, went over to the neighbor and gave him a plate. Okay. And then she walked off and she had to do the cute walk. She was like, is he looking? He's looking. So she had to do the cute walk. That's exactly what Clifford called herself doing. Look at that. All right. Now we definitely got some bombs dropped in this episode. Maybe one or two bombs that were dropped. We find out a little bit more about Mercedes and her backstory. And then we find out a little bit more about Diamond as well. Just a little bit of them. Okay. So let's get into Patrice Woodbine and then we'll go into Mercedes, right? Actually, let's go into Patrice Woodbine and then we'll get into, yeah, let's do that. Patrice and then Mercedes. So Patrice is imagining herself on the stage, right? The pastor has promised that she was going to be taking over or doing some sort of thing where she was able to take over and preach because Patrice, you know, got a good mouthpiece. Let's just give it. I'll give her that. And we find out it was another one of those mirages where they're in their own head pretending like they're doing something that they wish that they could be doing, but it really isn't real. All right. And Mercedes walks in on her and says, listen, where's my money at? Right? You've been approved for the loan. I need my money. I need my funds. And again, Patrice Woodbine, knowing good and damn well she has no intention of giving this girl her money back. She's asking her, well, what you need to do with it? I'm like, ma'am, I don't care if she about to wipe her butt wipe. If she gonna wipe her butt with this money, it don't matter. It's hers to spend. Okay. Mercedes finally says, listen, I'm gonna buy a gym with it. And Patrice says, oh, she has, okay, well, I'll cut the check. Now, y'all know good and damn well it's not gonna be that easy. Patrice not gonna cut the check. Not quick like that. Okay. And Mercedes runs up to her, gives her a hug, and I just said, "Oh, Mercedes, I just wish you didn't fall for this. I wish you didn't fall for it. It was such a heartbreaking scene to see because I know that Patrice is going to break her heart at the end of the day." we know Patrice is going to break her heart at the end of the day. Because if she had intention of giving her the money, she would have already done it. Okay. Now later on, we see that the pastor is going away. He's going out of town and he needs someone to step in for him in the pulpit while he is gone for that Sunday. So Patrice automatically assumes that she's going to be named, but no, it's going to be Brother Clydell. And why is Brother Clydell being picked over Patrice? You guessed it, kids. Because Patrice is a woman. Yes. Sexism, misogyny. Oh, in the church. Ah, yes, you know it. Right there. That's where it's gonna be. All right. So Patrice is like, Brother Claudel, what? Y'all know I can get water from a turnip, baby. Okay, can pull rock from water from a stone. Why would you it's Claudel? Okay. He put people to sleep. And the pastor goes into, women are the backbone of the church, but you need to respect your elders. What does him being a man have to do with him being an elder? Why does this character? I'm looking at her. She older than him. What are you talking about, sir? Obviously, we're gonna see that unfold in whatever way that it does, and we'll talk about it when we get there. All right. So now we're getting into Mercedes. So Mercedes, we already know she's a dance troupe leader, and she has found out that the girls in her dance troupe has been planning a bad bee party. They twerking in their Chucalissa Challenger shorts. They eating whipped cream and pouring whipped cream in boys' mouths and carrying on and doing all this stuff and just being a lot, right? And so she is disciplining them because she found out about the video. And then she rolls up on them because she finds out that they actually went through with the party. And this is where we find out that Mercedes was a teenage mother and the girl Terica isn't just a girl from the neighborhood. Terica is her actual daughter, y'all. That she gave up. So apparently there was a man named Cortez, and y'all, what it sounded like to me was Cortez was this older man who probably took advantage of Mercedes when she was young, and she ended up having a child with Cortez. Cortez was married at the time. All right. And because Cortez may have, transitioned, Cortez may have had a lot of money. Maybe he was a dope boy. I don't know. Cortez transitioned on, and his wife, Shell, out of the goodness and respect of Cortez, decided that she was going to take full custody of Terica because Mercedes obviously is a teenage mother and cannot care for that child in the way that she needs to be cared for. That was crazy. Now, Mercedes is rushing and trying to, I don't want to say rushing. Mercedes is doing everything she can to try to prevent history from repeating itself because obviously Mercedes was also a young girl who got pregnant at a young age and she's seeing Terica go down that same road, being more interested in her body, trying to flaunt her body, trying to get the likes of boys, getting the attention of boys. So she can see a train wreck happening a mile away because she was in that same train wreck as well. And so that's now we understand why Mercedes is working a little bit more. Now we see why Mercedes is more invested in the girls and their behavior, etc., etc. Not to say that a person who is their coach wouldn't automatically be invested in that way, but I think we see an additional layer to why she is as invested as she is because Terica is her actual daughter. Okay. Now, meanwhile, back at the club, so these are the last couple things that we've seen that I saw at the club, right? So the Trinity is Gidget, Mississippi, and Mercedes, and they're performing. And listen, when I tell you the girls were doing their thing, they were doing their thing. Understand how they make so much money. They get so much money thrown up on that stage, but it's still hard for them to pay their bills. But maybe it's a lot of money, but it's still not enough to keep the lights on, and the roof over their head. Maybe it's still not enough, right? So Autumn Night, I guess, is feeling a little froggy. She decides to leave her light skin ass Autumn Night decides to hop her ass up on the stage, and she is just tore up, embarrassing herself. Mercedes is trying to salvage whatever Autumn decided that she thought she was gonna get up on the stage and do, almost hurting Mercedes in the process, right? Now Mercedes was able to pin her down to keep her from trying to get back up on the pole and hurt herself or anybody else. She finished it off, but then they have an exchange in the background, backstage, and she was like, "Get your ass up off my motherfucking pole. Don't be drunk. Don't be drunk on my shit." And of course, Autumn Night was like, "Why do you care?" She was like, "I don't, but don't you get your ass up on my damn pole. You could potentially hurt me or somebody else." Okay. Now we get another glimpse of another love story brewing in the background. It's Salt and Pepper, y'all. Salt and Pepper. So Salt and Pepper and Gidget and Keyshawn are practicing for their Salt and Pepper act. And we see that once again, Keyshawn has gotten some sort of sprain, bruise on her wrist, and she's struggling to hold herself up on a pole. She goes down back to the back to get an ice pack. And as she's walking out of the fridge, she sees Diamond, y'all. Diamond is there. Diamond is everywhere, okay? Diamond is everywhere. Diamond is like, what happened to you? What happened to your arm? And she said, "Oh, I fell." Diamond is like the rest of us, like, "Okay, girl, really? All right, fine. Let me see this here." He holds it, right? He holds it tenderly, tenderly holds her wrist in his hands. And it's like, "No, it's just a sprain." And so we find out that Diamond is a healer and that not only was he obviously in the military, but his grandfather taught him a lot of different ways to heal himself, right? And so he takes some black pepper, throws it on the counter, crushes it up, and he says, "Black pepper and alcohol, you mix that up and put it on your wound, it'll help." And so in the moment, he asks her, "When are you going to stop, you know, falling?" And she was like, "Ah." And in that moment, he was staring in her eyes and she was staring in his eyes, and they was just looking at each other all longingly and lovingly. And I was just like, "Yes, this is what I'm here." And then Uncle Clifford ruins it because the baby started crying, and she said, "Get this baby, it's hungry, and you know I ain't got no titties to feed it." I said, "Damn, Clifford, you always got to mess stuff up. All right, ain't nobody interrupting you in murder." Oh, Lord. We also find out about Gidget. Gidget has a boyfriend. Now, I'm glad they went the route that they did because I thought they was going to try to put Gidget with a black man, which is fine, but also like, damn, really? Okay. So Gidget, we see Duffy. His name is Duffy. Gidget is dating Duffy. Duffy is a pills man, right? He's a dope dealer, and he's worked out a deal with Clifford to hold his pills until he gets there. And so, as Clifford is holding his stuff, he's collecting the funds. He brings it to Clifford. They do the exchange, etc. Right? We also find out that Gidget's mother potentially has maybe a substance abuse issue, and Duffy, while he supports his girlfriend, is not supporting any type of habit that Gidget's mother potentially has. So that was interesting to see. He was an attractive white man. Okay, he wasn't raggedy looking or nothing like that, but you know, he was okay looking, right? He was all right, y'all. He was all right. He was all right. Anyway, and so that is the wrap up of the episode. I would say my overall thoughts. I think my favorite scene, my favorite scene is when Andre got led into the Paradise Room and it was that 3-6 Mafia plan. And it might not have been 3-6 Mafia, but it sounded like an old school 3-6 with the lights flickering on, flashing on, slow motion. He walking in. It was just very much Belly to me. And then the other one again, Keyshawn and Diamond. Anytime they get together in the room, I'm looking like, yes, 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 yes. I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for them. Yes. And then obviously Murder and Clifford. Always rooting for them. Okay. Always rooting for those two. The rest of them, we can they can get rocks. Child. Don't nobody care about it. I'm here to see you, Otis. Okay. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. All right. Anyway. Y'all get down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Listen, the writer strike is over. The actor strike is over. Baby, we back in there. The people are saying some reputable sources are saying P Valley could potentially be back by mid to late 2024. And that would give us enough time to analyze each episode, discuss it, and be prepared for the uh, coming premiere of season 3. So, y'all, I invite you, all right, if you haven't already started, to go ahead and start watching it, rewatching it with me. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think about the episode. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video before you leave. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.